Bonjour! Hi! Welcome to this recorded live session from Twitch. To know when exactly I'm streaming, go visit twitch.com/fbucheros. But for now, let's watch this session. So quick recap. So I was saying just new week, new Monday, it's a new stream. Last time we had some technical issue with the Logic app. The container was getting started, but the Logic app was unable to know if it was ready or not. So I did some poking around on Friday night and I figured it out. Obviously, it was me. So we'll fix that today and I will show you some new stuff. I will try to, I want to use some preview feature in Logic app. Name inline code. So we'll put JavaScript code inside the Logic app. It's pretty cool. Also, I want to work on making the bound between the reading notes and the Git repo more stronger. So I want to start using more and more the issue or the to-dos or the, I don't know how to call that, in the board. So I want to do that. And what else? Did I add anything? Well, if I remember it, I will mention it. Feel free to reach out. The chat is open for you guys. Let me know if you have some questions, thoughts, or want to work on something. Let me share, starting by sharing the stream. The screen. It's Monday. Like usual, my English is rusty. I'm sorry about that. Does it look like my things is working again? Damn. Let's try to see if I can fix it. Oh no, okay, it's working. It's just on my side, it's not working. Yeah. It's rotating, right? On the top. So now it's Discord, before it was Twitter. You should see a bunch of links over there. So I want to start using more and more so I have my Git repository here. We will be working on this reading notes project. So very briefly, because I feel like I'm repeating that every time, but just in case you're just jumping in and it's your first one, so first, welcome. We are working on the reading notes. It's a project I'm really looking forward to having finished because I'm using it every day, at least once a week. Or more than once a week, but at least the bare minimum is at least once a week. So the project Reading Notes is a 3-parts project. So we are done with the first one. Still need to write some blog posts about it. So the first one was to take an interesting post online and clean it, remove all the ads and stuff, and send it to a Kindle e-reader. So that was already done. We did it with a Logic app using, so like it's here in what I call the module. So in module pre-reading. So we have this. So Mercury parser, clean all the blog posts, and then we generate a Word document that we send with as an attachment to Amazon, and then we receive it in the Kindle. So that's nice. So now I can read and I take my one-liner. So just quick notes for me to remember that article, what I think about it. And then we are at the end of the week and I need to generate my reading note summary. So we're part in module summary generation. And now what we want to do is this here. So the goal of that is when at the end of the week, I want to take the file, the my clipping file, that's the file that is inside the container. I want to drop it inside my OneDrive. That will be uploaded automatically in a cloud, and then that will trigger a Logic app. And I want my Logic app to do all those little things here. So I want it to extract the tags, because when I enter a note, I enter between square bracket at the end of my note some tags that I use also per category. We'll see that later. And then we'll want to retrieve the information based on the title, the information that we save, because when we send everything to the Kindle, we saved the author and things like that. So I want to retrieve that information, complete the notes, create the summary, sorted it, blah, 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 and create a markdown file. So that's what we are working out today. All the links are available on GitHub. You can find it using the command GitHub or projects. So exclamation point projects or exclamation point GitHub in the chat window. So there it is. So last time our Logic app was broken because I couldn't read the status of our container. We are here creating a container because we are receiving a flat file. For simple purposes, I'm using this one, just a simple flat file that I had in the past. So we're using that. That's a my clipping file, and I'm putting that in OneDrive. The Logic app was triggered correctly. The container was created correctly. We could, through the portal, see that it was up and running. We even tested, tried to reach it, but we had some issue. The no IP was attribute and things like that, and then it was the end of the stream. So on Friday night, I was really close to stream on unannounced, unscheduled stream, but I was not sure. I was feeling tired, so I decided to not stream. So I did it offline. I'm sorry about that, guys. But I found it. The reason was, like, this is the Logic app. So when a file is created, when the new file is uploaded in the OneDrive, I want to create my Azure container instance. And that's the one here. So we are using the container we created, and it's available at fboucher, my clipping parser, and I'm using V1. So that's on Docker Hub. So we can go here, and my clipping parser is available here. So if you want to use it, it's up there. You can use it. It's totally free. So we are using that to parse because I have a flat file. I'm on a list of objects, an array of JSON objects, so I could work with it. So that's why we want an Azure container instance, because I don't want that thing to be up long time. Just wanted the time needed to parse it, to parse my file. And the reason why we didn't have IP is at the end here, when we create a container, we need to specify that we want IP public. So how to do it? It's very simple. Add new parameter. You click that. Then you check the IP address type. When you close, it will add a new property or new parameter to the creation, and then you could specify public. That's it. And now when you run it, it will work. Simple, huh? Yeah, simple like that. So that's cool. So it works, but I want to keep track, like I was saying, I want to keep track of all those things between the notes, because in my reading notes, not the reading notes, but in my project notes, had like, hey, update, check container instance status. So that's cool, but I want also that connected to the Git repo. So I was thinking maybe we should use the Git project. So if we go back in here, and we go back in the project. So that was reading notes. Let's close it. So now we are in summary generation. So if I go in here, I have two projects, and one of them is summary generation. So I want to use those things. Or, in fact, they are just the issues list, because I want to be able to give you opportunity to jump in and do things, because I'm not an expert in everything. So maybe you see my code is not perfect. You thought you could you know, make it better, make it stronger, more secure, anything, you know. So I want you to be able to participate. So I thought if I'm creating issues and things like that, it will be easier to kind of make a connection between those two. So I want to use more these things. And I was, you know, could be cool to use the project vision for that, these things. And then I thought, hey, in Gitkraken, we have the boards, right? That's Glow. Gitkraken is an awesome tool that I use. It's free. If you want a Gitkraken download, you could just Google it, Gitkraken, and download it, or you can use my referral links that is available through the !referral in the chat. That will send you the URL through Whisper. It's still free. The plus for you is you will have your name into withdraw to win a Nintendo Switch, as same for me. So that's the only difference. No nothing, no deal. I'm not receiving money. If eventually you go with Pro, I will get some points. With points, I can buy stickers from Gitkraken, and I will do giveaway to give them away. So it's just more stuff for you if you want to use it. So let's create a card. And I wanna, it's already done, but fix, check. Oh yeah, we'll finish that and then I will show you something else. So fix, check, containers, status, and that was a bug, and let's assign it to me. Wireframe, whatever. Cool. Now if I had this, so cool. So now let's move it in the in progress. Voila. So now it's in progress, and because this board is synchronized, if I go in the project here and I do a refresh, we should see our new. Hey, it's not working. Oh, did I? Maybe I thought they were synchronized. Come on. Pretty sure they were. Maybe it takes a little bit more time. Am I too fast? There should be synchronized. I did it multiple times. My dog is dreaming and making some noise. Really strange. Maybe that project is not synchronized? I thought it was. Am I missing something? Let's close it and reopen it. Why I don't see it? I see it here. It's there. Oh, maybe because I have two boards? Maybe that's the thing. Oops. Maximize it so I didn't see you anymore. Whoop. Okay. Yeah, I think that's the thing. It's because I have two boards. Oh. So I should have only one now, right? Yes. That's strange. Anyway, so that's cool. Get cracking, blah blah blah. But then, if you would like to stay in Visual Studio Code, a thing that I just discovered this morning, in fact, is there's an extension. So if you install the extension Glow, so you go in your extension, and then you have an extension named Get Cracking Glow here. You have your board inside Visual Studio. How cool is that? You just need to click on the Glow button at the bottom of the screen. So just here, beside the live shared and all the other stuff, and you will have access to your board. So let's try it right away. So click that and Glow. Voila. We have our board. So the thing we can do is take it, just move it on the other side. Come on. All right. Oh, I have a new follower. So thank you for the following, Mohamed Architect. Damn, that's long. Mohamed Tariq Kelly Milani. Sorry, I'm butchering your name. Thank you, Mohamed, for the following. So now I should go in Frankie's reading notes. I want to open that one. All right. Hey, Mike Amos, thank you for the following. Wow. Feel free to reach out in the chat. You're welcome. We're working on the Logic app to build a reading summary based on your reading in your Kindle. And we're leveraging Logic apps, Azure Container, and some, we'll see, Azure Function and different things. CosmoDB is also used. So right now, I'm just trying to get back to the boards. So I want to have... Okay, now it is. It's there. Cool. Excellent. So today we want to do this, and then by looking at the work we need to do here, let's go back to see the schema. So here, so when we receive the thing, we want to, get our clean array so we could loop through. So then let's see if that works, and then we'll be able to loop through it. So, oops, and I need to kill some stuff. Voila. Apparently I forgot to stop Slack. Oh, I forgot to mention Mike and Mohamed in the chat. Now you have new emote for the channel with a thumbs up. So it's a exclamation point and Frank thumbs up. Not the exclamation point, is F Bush and then thumbs up. And you got this one. So cool. So let's go in the Logic app. There it is. So now we have our container that is created. It will take time. So let's clean up. I don't need this right now. That's working, but I want to recreate it with you, and I don't want to delete that one just now. So what I want to do is go with the container action, because I want to check the status, right? And I want to check if the status is yes. Mohamed, what's your question, sir? So what we want is wait until it's there. So we'll see until here and we'll choose the value. So here I want to get the extract the create the status created by the create ACI my clipping parser. So I will go and I will search for status. So it should be there somewhere. Or is it state? I think it's state. Yes. So state of the container instance, and that will automatically generate for each and then put my until in it. Why? Because I could have created multiple container. In our case, it's only one, but I could have created multiple containers. So that's why it created for us for each and then until. Okay, so Mohamed, you're asking, I want to create a virtual machine inside VMware, inside an Azure, but I got an error. You want to create a VM inside Azure? Is it what you want? Like where, like, or you want to move VMware VM through to Azure? You want to migrate your VM to Azure? I'm not sure I'm catching your question right now here. If you want a VM, you could create that. I can show you. It's kind of simple when you know how to do it. In Azure, creating a VM. In fact, I have a video. I could show you that. Or if you want to create a VMware VM, then you need to have a VMware server or like the workstation, I think, install on your desktop machine and create a VM there. If it's a migration, then it's something else. So let me know what it is and I will help you, I will get more precise. So what we want is our state need to be running, because that's the state. So we want to check and we'll loop through that until it's running. If it's not that yet, we just want to wait. So let's add a delay. A delay here, and let's wait for, I don't know, 15 seconds. give some names. Hey, is Pixio. Hello, how are you? What's happening? A lot of new people today. That's cool. I like it. What are you working on, guys? Are you web developers? Are you programmers? Not programmers? Are you working on Azure? Amazon? Google? Containers? Docker? What kind of stuff are you doing? So Mohamed, oh yes, so Hyper-V and VMware are like, are they? I know VirtualBox and you know what? I think VMware and Hyper-V are compatible, but I could be wrong. I know VirtualBox and Hyper-V are not compatible. So if you want to create a VM, you could create a VM with one of each. So still, where do you want to create your VM? Do you want to create it in the cloud because you cannot create it locally? Where are you on your VM? Is it in the cloud or on-prem? Let me know that. We'll go by iteration after that. So Copperbirdie, preparing my postgrad project using a lot of Azure and trying to get my head around Azure Maps. That's cool. So what kind of project? Can you share it a little bit more? Like Azure Map, it's really fun. I was working in a company previously and we were doing connected car, and we were using Azure Maps to do a lot of stuff, and it was pretty cool. Seeing the traffic and things like that was kind of nice. I was not directly involved in that project, unfortunately, but like the dev were awesome over there. XPO says, what are you coding? I'm just watching for entertainment. That's nice. So I'm right now coding, like it's not really code, but I'm putting together a way to make automatically a summary of my reading notes. So every month I publish on my blog reading notes because I read. That's far. One sec. So every weeks I read on that. It's a Kindle. So every article I found interesting, put it there, read it, and then at the end I put a note, take notes, a one-liner about what I think about this. And it's a way for me to remember it. And then once a week, most of the time Sunday, I package all that in a summary. So it's a long process and it's always the same. Take the notes, get back the URL, put everything together, blah blah blah, and then generate a blog post. So I've created in the past different script that was doing that for me, and then I just need to review for typo, because obviously when you type on that there's a lot of typo happening. So, and that's the new iteration, because I want to be able to run it from any machine. I don't want anything to be installed on my machine. So that's why we're working that one now. And the end result, if you go to my blog, Frankie's Notes, then you will see, like, I can show you one result. In fact, I published one this morning. And the result looked like this. So that's a reading notes. Very simple. You know, just the title, that is a URL, then the author here, and the notes. Then I have different category that are identified by my tags. So between square brackets and a note, I put tags, and the first one is used as a category. So I group them, sort them, blah blah blah, and generate a markdown file. So it's ready to publish. So instead of spending an hour and a half, I spend 5 minutes just checking for a typo, finding a nice image to put with it, and that's it. That's what we are doing. So we're doing version 3 of that project. Let's close some windows. Let's go back to the chat. So, Copper Birdie, sort of location-aware shopping deals. Sounds very, very cool. Feel to reach out in Discord. I have a Discord, so the link that way on the top of the screen showed up, or beyond under the video. I have a Discord URL. Feel free to join the Discord, and if you have questions because you get stuck, ping me and I will do my best to help you. So Mohamed, I want to create a OpenStack using CentOS. If I wanted to make a website, how I do it? How can I create an OpenStack using Azure? By using Azure. Okay, that's a lot of good questions. So let me save this. I cannot right now. Why? Invalid parameter. I don't want to delete it just in case. Why? We'll create again. Okay, so let's go back. So if you want to create a website, how do I do it? What kind of... So you have many different ways to create a website. In Azure, you could go through the portal. So here, it's the portal. So to go to the portal is portal.azure.com. Of course, you could create it directly from a Git repository. If you have everything in your Git repo, you could use the button deploy or create a CI/CD. So every time you pushed, then your code would be uploaded to your Azure. Like that's a one button you had, and then it just work automatically. I have different stuff that explain that. I can share some video. Otherwise, if it's a one thing deal, you can go in that portal and you have app services. Or if app service is not there, you click on the big plus icon here, create a resource, and then you search website or web app, and then you create your web app. So you fill that up, and then you will be able to upload your code by FTP, by Git, by whatever method you have. If you are using VS Code, then you could have the extension app service, and from here you could have, with this arrow here, you could upload it. I have a few good video. If you go on my Git and my YouTube project, not YouTube project, but YouTube channel, I have a few good video about how to create website, if you want. And for your VM, Mr. Mohamed, so you go in here with the what I'm looking for, compute, and then you got multiple possibility here, or you could go show how, and you have all the VM you can create. So you mentioned CentOS, I think. So CentOS, let's say base this, you just click create. Once again, you will have a few questions to answer, and it will take probably 2 minutes. You will get your VM, and then you can RDP in it or whatever to connect. That's how you create a VM. Also, if you check on my YouTube channel, I think I show how to create a LAN VM, so I think you will have a good idea of how create and connect to the VM watching this video. Does it answer your question, guys? Let's go back to the Logic app. So generator, summary generator. Let's go and edit. Oh damn. Had an action, let's start again. Maybe it didn't like the fact that I rename after I put some stuff in it. So until. Let's rename it right away. So until the container is running, and I want to do state here, so state of the container instance. So like previously, oh no. That's funny. The shapes change. That's funny. Okay, so the state is running. Voila. So can I save this? Yes. But I cannot rename it anymore. Okay. Okay. Perfect. So until blah blah blah. If it's not there, I just want to wait. So delay of 30 seconds. Not 30. Let's. I think 50 should be enough. So 50 seconds. Cool. Can I save it now? Yes, I can. So in theory, both are doing the same. It's just that here I did some more steps that I think I don't need. Here it should be just a for each and an until. I think it's simpler. I wish I could change that name, but I could. I can. Let's delete this. Save it. We'll rename it. And then I do until inside. So like that. So I'm checking the state, running until, let's rename it. Okay, so until it's running, then we wait. Again, I feel like I did it like 3 times already. I know it was delay. Apparently I didn't do it enough. Perfect. And then second. Cool. So there it is. Save. Cool. Let's rename that. Cool. Save. Excellent. So now both should work, but before deleting that second one that is more noisy, I just want to validate that the first one we created is working. So what I will do is go back in my OneDrive, because that's where everything is triggered. So perfect. So now it's empty. Now I come here, we'll say run, and now my Logic App will be triggered when a new file will be created. So now we see that it's successfully running. So I can go in my OneDrive. I have a file here. I will just drop it inside OneDrive. That would trigger my Logic App. Come on. Maybe 15 seconds was Okay, let's see if everything is created correctly. So let's go on. We'll just go in lock mode. Sorry. Few personal info will be displayed. So just wanna get in before. Perfect, so let's put the code. So here I am in the portal. We'll maximize this. So our container, like by the time I moved that, did anything change? So it's still running. So something, apparently all the other steps are required, because here when I looked, I have the container running, I have the IP, and the container is also there. Container created. So there's something wrong with my logic here. So let's go here. Just cancel my the run. And we'll delete also the container. Delete the container. Cool. So now we don't have any more the container. At least it's working with the other one, but I wonder why. What's so different? Like for each container, this one is. Is it because here or maybe that's the thing. Until the state, and that's the state of the so I'm maybe that's the thing. Maybe that's the thing. Here I wait until the state is ready. Let's delete this. Don't need this. So what I do here is I wait this. The state is succeed. I should have not deleted. You should have seen it. But when the ACI, the Azure Container Instance, is ready, the hoster is there, the status will be succeed, right? So at that time, I go get the properties and I go pick the name of the container. I get those property and I check if the state is running. And then if it's true, I just do stuff, and if it's not, then I wait and we'll loop. And I'm wondering, should I put all my logic in here? I think no, I think I prefer continuing at the end. Kind of. So at the end, I do the okay. So here the logic will be, I don't need that. I don't want that. It's just noise. So let's delete this action. Voila. So I don't need this variable. Let's keep it clean. So until. Okay, so when my container is ready, I have the IP and everything is there. What I want to do is call that API. So the API is available with the IP. The IP is provided by the status of my creation. The context menu gave me that. So I want to call that. So it's HTTP and the IP. API, my clippings. That's the function the method we created. It's a posting, and through the body, will pass the content file, receive it or read inside the OneDrive. We should try to put some headers here because I think it would be nice. What's the content? I'm really bad at that. It's been a while. What is it called again? Content type. Application JSON. So let's put some content type. Great. So with that, I should receive an array of objects. So then I should do it for each. Is it just each? For each, voila. And that will be the output from the HTTP. It's not there yet, huh? That's sad. Okay, so what we want to do is here, see more, so I want a body. Let's go in the P code. Come on. So I want to loop through all the object I should receive. And I'll just put variables in there. So let's assign set of variables. I will create a variable just before, let's say here. Just want to know if it's working, so let's initialize a variable. We'll call it temp for now, and it's a string. Excellent. And in here I want to do the temp, and I want to put the value current item. I'm not sure how it will go. Title. We'll see how that works. Because if we look at our object, we should have oh, it's book name. So it's book name. Book name. But not sure. Not sure how that will work. So let's delete this. And let's create it again. So instead of running this, I will go in here, refresh, so be sure nothing is working right now. Now I will copy the file. So the file is up. And now what I want is go back in here, and we'll just trigger manually the file. Not the file, but the logic app. Beep, beep, beep. It was working. Why it's not working? Damn. What did I do? What did I do wrong? Oh, cool. So it did pass, and then it fails. Okay. Unable to process the template language expression for each two. The line, column, an array? Did it work? Yeah. Well, it's an array, but it's JSON object. Of course. Like, what was the error again? Unable to process the template. Maybe I should put everything in a variables instead, just to, because now I'm not, okay. So the template language function JSON expect its parameter to be a string or XML. The provided value is of type array. Oh, so it was an array. So I could go straight to the JSON then. And just go, hey, take this and loop through. Okay. Well, let's delete this. And I'm curious, I won't delete the ACI just to see how the code react. So I'm not forgetting about it, just want to see how it react. So in for each here, instead of the JSON, I just want to use the body. So I want to loop through this, and I want the book name. That's it. Save. And let's, no, not run. Cool. So it worked. Let's see if the result match. So that was the result. Book name is clever. That's everything. Huh? Yeah. Oh no, it's not good. Yeah, because that's like, that's all the it's the object. But I just want the property. So I need to turn at okay, cool. So the output of this is an array. And I wanna, so when I'm here, no. So this is an array, and now when I set the variable, this is a string. So I need to convert that in an object, and then ask for the property. So if I do expression, and it was JSON, sorry about that, I do that all the time. The G and the J are reversed in French and English. Perfect. Come on. Good. Now I wanna the current item. I should totally rename that before it's too late, eh? So this, and then I want the book name. Is it too late to change it? I think it is. If I save, it will work. Now let's change this, rename for each node. Can I save it? Okay, let's delete this. The renaming stings is a little bit painful though. Now I want to set the variable. I want to set the variable on the temp, and the text should be this. Book name. What? Okay, so JSON, open parentheses, yep, and I want the current item. Oh, it's not there. So I want to do something else. So I want to create two other variables. Set variables. This one will be the counter. Not set, initialize. Damn it. I want to add variables. I want to initialize. So let's put a counter. It will be an integer. We'll start with zero. We'll start with nothing. Or 0. And I wanna let's rename init counter with a lower c. Because I want to use the inline code, and right now the inline code doesn't support getting value from a variable. So I think I will need to do, hey, you know what, the second child of the HTTP. So I'm trying to see if I go looping that. And here add an action, and that will be, let's say, call it a note. I know I want to, come on Frank, variable again. Come on, just show me variable. I want to initialize a variable. This one I will call it rename init. Will be note. The name will be note. It will be an object. So now what I want to do is in here, in the loop, I want to add an action. So here I would like to set a variable, and that's where I'm not sure how to do it. So see, I want to set, for example, the note. And in body, I would like to have the this, and I want that as a JSON. And the JSON, yeah, I know. I don't know how to do it. Yeah. That's what I want. Counter is a hint, right? Yes. And it was 0. Should be 1. So that's an array. Let's go in the code view. Let's rename here read current. Oops. And that one will be read array. And now let's save it. Doesn't like it. It's fine. I wanna okay, let's just put this like this. For each, okay. That's the current item, but I don't have the current item. So now if we go in actions for each node, oh, that's what we want, right? Action, read array, and read current. So in the read array, the input right now is body, but in body, what I want to do is I want to read the variables. So I think it's just variables, and with the name of that variable, so counter, right? And I want all of that in a JSON. So it should be evaluated. So we'll put curly bracket just like that, and I will do JSON this, and then book name. Cool. Go back in the designer. So now in the for each, I should be reading dynamically the property. So meaning that when I will be in my inline, I will be able to read it. No, this one, I will be able to read it. And then I just need to increment. So in my variables, what I want to do is increment variables, and I just want to increment counter by 1. So this way I should be able to get bigger every time. So save this, then let's try to run that. And if that worked, then we'll be in business. We'll be able to use the inline code. That will be pretty cool. So let's move a new file in there. And if I go here, refresh, that thing should be working. So let's trigger manually. After a few seconds, should get triggered, and since the instance is already up and running, should be faster. Oh, reading current didn't work, so it looks like it doesn't like the way we unable to process the template expression, the read current, the input line 1, the template language function JSON expect a parameter to be string or XML. The point was an object. So okay. And here, like here, we skipped it. Okay. Oh. Yeah. Then can I just say, am I overcomplicating? Can I just say that? Did we already try that? Say book blah blah blah, and then dot book name. We tried that, right? If we go in code view, read current. So yeah, okay, so we want this to be inside like this. And here Apparently we don't need the JSON either. So we'll be blah blah blah, and then the array, then book name. Let's double check that our property is named correctly. So book lowercase, name with the N uppercase. That should be good. Save. Cool. Let's go back in here and try it again. That's nice. Oh, I forgot to. Before waiting, it's always good to set things in motion. Let's refresh. Now it's running. Let's sit and watch. We'll get there, we'll get there. And after that, it's the inline stuff. Come on, I would like to do that. Look like a fail again. No dependency action succeed. Oh, the read array failed, but that one worked. And the title is good. Clever title. Cool. And if we look, the next one. The next one. That. Cool. All the titles are good. Excellent. But the array didn't work. Okay, let's have a look. At least it's working. We're making progress. So, unable to process the template language expression action is read array input. Template function variable is not defined as the. Should I start that one? Unable to process template language expression in action, read array. Input at line. Should I put one? This JSON is 0 base or 1 base? I think it's yeah, okay, it's 0 base. Just, you know, double check here. So there's something wrong in my way to write things. Let's have a look again in code view. So for each read array, that's what we want. So we read, so this is an array. So from the array, we want to read one value. Oh, maybe let's see, variables maybe, and not variable. Okay, you know what? Let's take this. We'll put it just in a notepad on the side. Here it is. And let's go back in the designer. I just want to check here, not here, in the each note in the array. So right now we are reading note. Note should be, oh, it's expecting an object. Oh, that's my mistake. Should be a string. Oh, I'm not sure anymore. Was it just this? Code view. Yeah, it was variables. Damn it. So let's put back our stuff like this, and I set with the S. Cool. So let's save it. So now if we run that, delete first this, delete. Great. Now let's come back here, refresh. Oh, it's running. Come on. It all worked. Cool. Reading from array. Okay, it's working. It's working.
Yay!
Excellent. So, cool. So that way will be useful because let's try it right away. If we look, let's open the note. So I just want to show you some stuff. So see, here that's my note, right? So in a note, I have some text with typos, as you can see, and at the end between square brackets, I have tags, and the first tags will be used as a category. So right now what I would like to do is extract those tags. So for that, I would like to use the inline code. It's a new feature, it's still in preview inside Logic App. However, that is right now, I think it doesn't support like code from variables, and that's why I thought it would be a better idea to read it directly from the HTTP call, from the action HTTP. So, but that's cool. So now we have our things up and running. We can loop through. So that's great. So I would like to save this so in case something is not working. So let's do this. So we'll go and edit again. And I want to go in code view. And I should go back in here. And why that thing is making noise? You shouldn't be doing noise, man. Okay, so now what I would like to do is... So this is fix, right? So first we should fix that. So done, added public IP and wait for ACI to be success before watching the container. Excellent. So we fix that. So now we should move it to done. And we want to add a loop. Looping. And notes. Let's put that as a feature. Put that in a stream. And we'll assign it to myself. Cool. So it's 16 and I didn't create. I'm still in master. I need to be better at that. Damn. Oh, which project it is this? I'm not even in a good project. So let's go reading notes. I'm in master right now. Let's pull. Cool. Now let's create a new branch. Looping in notes. Let's call that looping in notes. All lowercase. Voila. So now if I go in my project, what do I have? In the module here, data, so let's create a new folder. We'll call it Logic App. And the Logic App name is Summary Generator. JSON in here, new file, to JSON, excellent. So we'll go here, edit, code view. I want to copy everything, put it there, and now can I think I should remove My dog is snoring. Hee hee. It's a tiny dog, but it's snoring. It's funny. Okay, so looping success. So commit that. Oh, I should have put the great. So now what I want to do is create a new issue. Oh, did it follow? They still don't follow, huh? Okay, then we'll just keep tracking my notes and I'll understand later. Okay, so so that part is done. The looping is done. Loop through notes. What I would want to do now is extract, like so. Now I want to extract the tags clean note. I want to extract, like, let's do this. Is it too much? Yeah, that's like, oh, you know, let's extract tags. Clean note. Extract the category. I don't think I have other stuff in there. Okay, so cool. So that's what we want. So now let's go back in our Logic app and we'll try to play with it right away. So in Designer, so in the for each, I'm not sure it's possible in the for each. If it's not possible, what I can do is call another Logic app inside that one. So we'll be at the first level if it's the case. So what I want to do here is do code. So inline code, it's there. It's perfect. And to be able to access the workflow, you need to have an account set. So you know what, let's delete this. Delete. Yes. Let's go in the account. So in workflow settings, do I have already an account? Integration account. Yes, I have one. If you don't have one, you just need to click, let's say first. If you don't have an integration account, you click the plus here, you search for integration, you have integration account just here, you click create, you fill up few information. After 3 seconds you will have your account set up. With that you will be able to, you know what, let's go Logic App. With that, in the workflow setting, you will be able to access the workflow context. There you will have the information about the trigger and the actions. So here for each one, I would like to do some inline code. So I'm not sure. Oh man, even then it won't work because I think it won't work because you know what, let's do one test. Let's remove this and just put let's just do variables. Can I access the variables? I don't think so. Yeah. Hey, who's that? Oh, that's on YouTube. I figured that out. Like, I have a few events I need to. My YouTube channel is attached to my Streamlabs, so every time someone subscribe or do stuff on my YouTube channel, I got a notification on live. And the other day I was searching and I was like, what's happening? Who's that guy? And now I know it's someone subscribing to the YouTube channel. It's not on Twitch right now. And on Twitch right now I have 10 minutes. So I think, yeah, so right now in preview you don't have access to the loop and everything. So I think what I will need to do, I spend so much time trying to reach out, but I won't be using this in this one. Instead, what I will be doing is I will create another Logic App that will process one note. So let's click here. I will create a new Logic App. We'll call it Note Cleaner. And I will use my FrankDev Stream Resource Group. That's good. Let's create it. Hey! Let's wait a little bit. Hey Brendan, welcome for a raid. I don't have fancy. Oh, you know what? Let's do a. Welcome on the stream. It's a raid from Brendan. So welcome everybody. Not sure if you're there yet. I know sometimes people got ads before joining. Let's wait a little bit. That's the thing when people raid. At least it happens to me when I'm writing. I have ads, so I need to wait a little bit. So we'll wait. And then let's assume everybody's in. So welcome everybody. So welcome in the stream. So we are working right now on the logic apps. Hey, there you are. Welcome aboard everybody. Brendan just rated us. Excellent. So we are working right now on a logic app. For my reading notes project. So it's a project where I read notes, send all the information, the post inside my Kindle. So then I read during the week, take notes, and at the end of the weeks, and that's the part we are working right now, at the end of the week, I want to have the logic app that will package all my notes together, get back the information for what we saved previously, the author, the URL, and things like that, with the notes, package everything, and publish blog posts that I publish every Monday on my blog named Frankie's Notes. And so we just kind of jump out of the logic app. So the project name, it's in GitHub. You have it if you there's comment in the chat, but it's online on GitHub, and that's what we are working right now. So we created a container previously to parse the file, the file that where all the notes are in the Kindle is named My Clippings. That's not my name, it's how Amazon named their stuff, so it's My Clippings. So we create a container, an Azure container. So the container just spawned for a few seconds and then we'll delete it. So we parse that flat file to get an array of JSON object. And then we'll loop through, and that's what we did today. So we are looping through those things, and I want to use inline code. Now it's you can have code directly inside your logic app to do stuff. But it's in preview right now, and you cannot access things inside a loop or inside of variables. So my plan is I will have a logic app that will loop through all those, that will call a second logic app that will execute stuff on one note only. And that's, we just there, and we're close to the end, but at least we'll have a chance to see that. So right now what I have done is I have a logic app, and if you're new in Azure, Azure is the Microsoft Cloud, so that's what a logic app looks like. It's pretty straightforward. So the logic app, hey Len Walker, hello. So logic app is getting triggered by a file drop in OneDrive, could be Dropbox, could be Google Drive, whatever. I just use OneDrive because I got that on all my devices and laptop. So then when the file is created, I read the content, I create a Azure Container Instance, ACI, based on the image we create and push on Docker Hub. And then I have a little until loop because I'm waiting the container to be up and running. Once it's up and running, I do a HTTP call, so I call my clipping file. From that, I receive an array. I initialize, and that's way too much variable. We were just playing, try to understand how to interact with those values, and then we will loop through all those things to get the information. So last time we run it, so let's go back in the here. Last time we did, so that's the result, the last one to run through. And here we see that everything was successful because we have all the little green checks. And here I was extracting the title, so that's the title of my thing. So I was extracting this, say, current item, and then the second one I was trying to read it differently. Instead of say current item, I was having a counter and say, you know what, okay, now read the second child, the third child, not child, but item in the array. Try to extract the information. they are matching, and it's the good value. And here it was just incrementing my counter. So now it's working, but trying to add the inline code, it confirms that it doesn't work with the variables or the when you are in a loop. So my only solution right now is to call another logic app, and that will be at like passing the node. So at that point I will be at the first level and will be able to do inline code. Yes, Landwalker 2, you're catching the end of the stream, and today I would love to extend, because things just kind of unlocked, but I have a meeting scheduled in 5 minutes. Well, less than 5 minutes. But let's see if quickly we can connect the first logic app to the second one. So I just create a second logic app. If I go in logic app in here, it was called Node Cleaner, and I want to call it, how do we do that again? I think it's HTTP. Ah, it's been a while. Wow, how do you do that again? I think it's HTTP. Yeah, I did that in the past. It's HTTP. I was just not sure if they had something more specific. So let's go, blank. And then just do a HTTP. HTTP. Sorry for I want to have the time. You know what? We'll start with that on the next stream. I think it will be better than to rush it and just coding. So yeah, like that's way better. So next time we'll need to do that, and we'll need to have another, we'll need to have a call sub logic app. And inside that one, whoops, inside that one we'll do those things. That's better, I think. Yeah, so next time we'll do this, and I will be able to loop through them, extract the code, extract the category, clean that, save every note. No, I don't want to save notes right now. I will save the summary in the first logic app. Yeah, I think it will be better. Cool. So now let's go here, and who can we ride? Because I don't want to be too late. So, oh, I have someone here. So Gary is there? No. Yeah, let's go. So let's go raid GEP13. Let's go in here. So stay with me. We'll play the final, and then we'll raid. For the subscriber, don't forget to send some emote. For the others, just send great work. He's working on... I can't see it. Can I? I don't see it. Oh, picking... Nope. I don't see what he's doing right now, but he's doing excellent job on Cake. He's one of the guy in the team. Cake. Cake is a build agent in .NET. So I'm not sure if he's working on that. Recently was doing some stuff with Ruby, so that will be very interesting. So stay tuned. We'll go right in few seconds.